And we're back inside the Dignity Health Studios here at the Bakersfield, California Condors. Unleash Ryan Holt and Kevin Bartle. The Condors getting set to head to Alaska. Do we have that handy little graphic as to when the games are? There's a handy little graphic. The games this weekend in Alaska. Friday night, 8:15. Saturday night, 8:15. And also Sunday at 4:05. We're going to get to it. We get some more highlights. That's fine. I put you guys on the spot. See what I did there?
Yeah,
I threw them right on the spot.
I don't know why you did that.
I tried. I threw them right on the spot on that last one.
That's all right.
And it's my fault.
North to Alaska.
Yeah, more singing from Bartle.
The rush is on.
But again, Friday night, 8:05 or 8:15. There it is. Alaska road trip. Saturday, 8:15. Sunday, 4:05. Those times are Condors Town times.
That's correct.
Alaska, we're in Alaskan time.
Thank you, Chris, for not letting Holt rattle you.
And remember, folks, set your clocks and watches and phones while they'll set back. But it's an hour this weekend, so.
That's right.
But as Rusty, our equipment manager, said, at least the guys will most doubtedly be there on time now.
Right.
If early.
If not early.
So that's great. That's a perfect thing. Want to welcome in our guest here for the record segment. Of course, we like to make our picks, but want to sit down with Condors minority owner Randy Steinert. Randy, welcome inside.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
You've been a season ticket holder for quite some time now, 14 years as you mentioned, but this year you come on board in ownership. Take us through that process and why you thought it was necessary to come on board in the ownership process.
Well, last winter, when we were going through the tough times, there was a meeting with the season ticket holders.
There you go. I'll give you my microphone.
Okay, since it's off.
Yeah.
There was a meeting with the season ticket holders, and there was a lot of back and forth about the team and what was going on. And the owner, Jonathan Fleisig, said, well, he was going to do things different. And one of the things that really caught my eye was that everybody was saying, we need local owners. We need local owners. How can we get somebody involved locally? Because Jonathan doesn't care about us, or that guy from New York doesn't care about us. Well, I was able to meet with Jonathan a few times, and in those meetings, I found out how much he does for Bakersfield. And through his leadership, Bakersfield is blessed with just an abundance of, how come this mic is shaking? Blessed with someone who cares about giving back to the community. And over the time that he's owned the Condors, they've given back to the community $4.8 million. Yeah. And I looked at that and I said, that's something to be part of. And when he approached me about buying into the Condors, I found out that we had similar philosophies on giving back to the community. And so that really looked like it was going to be a fine thing to be a part of. And then, as I was contemplating whether to buy into the Condors or not, or get a part, I saw the changes that were being made. I saw the pro forma on what Matt had drawn up for this next year, and then John Oliver coming on, J.O. coming on as general manager. I said, this is the time to be a part of something great for Bakersfield, the best entertainment through the winter that you can enjoy.
Well, I turned your mic. You hit the switch.
I hit the
There's a switch on the bottom.
Yeah. Somebody hit it.
You hit the switch.
Yeah, okay.
Blame the last guy.
Blame the last.
I'm going to blame Gary.
We'll blame Gary.
Yeah,
Hashtag
we'll blame Gary. But one of your things you stressed to us, the Booster Club. The Booster Club, we mentioned in our first segment in Holtey's Headlines, some fun things coming up, and we're understanding that you know what bunco is.
Yeah, I've been informed that bunco is. I played it one time. I mean, it's a dice game.
Yes.
It's a dice game, and I think it's kind of scored like Yahtzee. But when you get a bunco, you ring a bell, and you win that section.
I told you it was a dice game.
There you go.
It's a dice game.
I said it's a dice
You
game.
didn't know.
It's a dice game,
The
and you
women
do the
love
thing,
it.
and he goes,
He
that's
didn't know.
Plinko.
He didn't know.
If you're my age, your wife is involved in a bunco party.
All right.
And they have them once a month, and they have probably 12 to 18 women or something like that, and they have 4 per table and teams, and you roll a dice, and then they ring a bell, and then they switch tables.
All right.
Okay?
So November the 13th coming up. at the Mellow.
You know what I
Driver.
heard out of this?
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of ladies there.
Yes.
That's what I understood.
And
from-
hockey players.
That's right.
And
hockey
hockey
players.
players. It's a
Yes.
chance where you can sit across a table from a hockey player and
Take them down in Bunko.
There you go.
Take 'em down in Bunko.
School them
There
in
you go.
Bunko.
All right.
That's coming up on November the 13th. For more information, visit the Condors website, bakersfieldcondors.com. You can also hit the drop down for the Booster Club website as well if you want to get involved. But we got to make some picks.
Let's do this.
We got to make some picks.
Okay.
I
For
need
the
a
record, we
recovery.
first got to get to the
I need a
standings.
recovery.
So if we take a look at the standings, Randy, this needs to improve this weekend against Alaska. It needs to happen.
You know, it's early in the season. The guys are gelling.
I'm not
You
worried.
know, I'm not.
I'm not worried at
you
all.
know, in fact, it's hard to make picks this early in the season.
Yes.
Yes. He's
mean,
right on that. But
it's-
let's get the for the
it's
record
tough.
standings. I'll show you. That's the Mountain Division, of course, Alaska on top there. So the Condors with their work cut out for them this weekend. But now we head to the for the record standings. And there it is.
Okay.
Yes. It's not that hard. I'm 4-2. I'm 4-2. But
That's not bad.
You got a big weekend here. The guest has been 3-3 over the first 2 weeks.
Okay.
That was Mike Griffith and Roger Parsons. So
Okay.
a good start for the guest. Here we go. San Francisco at Colorado. We always begin with our guests. So, Randy, who do you like in this one?
Colorado. Okay, I took Colorado, and I did most of the picking because so early in the season you can't really tell by the standings
Right.
yet. I did the pickings by goals scored and goals allowed.
Oh, he looked at it. He did
makes-
more research
he
than I did.
He did.
Okay.
Again, our guest
Yes.
is making us look bad.
How can you know? It's so I went with in this matchup the who had scored the most goals, and Colorado was ahead.
All right.
It's anybody's.
Colorado. Bart's, who you got?
Well, I also went with Colorado.
All right.
I think they're at home is the reason why I like that. They're a tough team to beat at home, and the Bulls I'm not a fan of right now.
Hold up. San Francisco goes on the road and takes down Colorado. They're on like a 9-game road trip to start the season. I like the Bulls, so yeah, I'm going to extend my lead. San
All right.
Francisco. That game's tonight, by the way. San Francisco at Colorado. Moving on. Utah at Stockton. This is our Friday night game. It's in Stockton at Stockton Arena. Randy, who you got?
Oh, let's see. Who do I remember who I picked? I picked Stockton, didn't I? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you did.
There it is.
Again, Utah. I don't think they're going to be that tough at home. Stockton has been rolling again. The goals for, goals against. That's the way I picked it this time.
There it is.
I also went with the home team, the Stockton Thunder. In fact, it's a theme throughout all my picks this year. When in doubt, pick the team at home.
Continuing my trend of hating everything that comes from Stockton, I picked the Utah Grizzlies. Yes, Utah goes on the road, takes
like-
down Stockton.
This is supposed to be on the screen so I can keep eating.
Yes.
Yeah.
Saturday, Ontario at Idaho. Ontario, very tough team. Idaho has struggled a little bit out of the gate. Randy, who you got?
Well, this time my heart went with Ontario because they've just been rolling. I don't know what they did against Florida on Sunday. Did they win or lose?
They lost in a shootout.
They lost in a shootout. Well, those are two top teams. And again, I went with the one with had the most goals, and it was Ontario, and I agree with that. I think they're going to be tough.
He likes the rain.
I went a little off the board on this one. I went with Idaho. I think Ontario's cage got a little rattled last weekend. 2 losses on home ice. I know they ended up getting some points out of it, but against Florida, I think they got their cage rattled a little bit, knocked down a peg.
Listen, I trust Randy's opinion more than I trust your opinion.
Well, you
That's
should.
really what
I'm
this
2 and
boils
4
down
this
to.
year.
Yeah, you're 2 and 4.
I went 0-3 last weekend.
Yeah, I think he's going. Well, I don't know if he's going to go 3-0, but he's going to win this one. Ontario goes on the road at Idaho, takes down Idaho. So Ontario will get the win, and that is our for the record picks. And
like
I'm just
this.
going to extend my lead this week, I think.
If you say so.
I think I'm just going to extend my week. It's going to be awesome. But, Randy, we're on the road this weekend. I mean, are you tuning in? Are you going to listen? Are you going to analyze the broadcast? I think that's the question.
Yeah, I'd like to be up there. And I'm trying to figure out as an owner how I can get in to these
On the
things.
plane. You can do these
See,
kind
you
of
know, they
things.
told me that there were going to be perks, and I'm still waiting to see
if
what
you
those
can get
perks
to
are.
Alaska, we'll get you in the door.
Yeah.
There you go.
You know, so I'll be listening.
Perfect.
I'm a Condors fan, and fan first, owner second, but just looking for those perks too down the road.
We appreciate you coming on, and good luck this week on your picks.
Yes. Best of luck, but not too much luck. Only the ones in which we pick the same. then I can say good luck on those ones. But Randy, thanks for coming on. We appreciate the
Been a
time.
pleasure.
Keep
Nice
up
to
the
be
great
here.
work, and we appreciate you coming on board as well in ownership. But another edition of Condors Unleashed is in the books. Live from the Dignity Health Studios, Barts. Another week. It's done.
Maybe we'll be invited back next week.
Solid.
Stay
Broadcast this weekend, Friday at 8, Saturday at 8, Sunday at 4. For Kevin Bartle, I'm Ryan Holt. Randy Steinert. It's Condors Unleashed, live from the Dignity Health Studios at the Bakersfield, California. Goodbye.